Okay, very good afternoon to everyone. This is a special live, and I didn't do a pre-announcement because we have a special guest, and I do not, of course, want the IB to cut out. Now, you may have seen her in all the news, right? In all the Facebook, TikTok, right? Your TikTok have what? 500,000 views.
500,000, 600,000.
Yeah, 600,000 views. Right, this is Charlene, right? Charlene Lin. She was one of the most prominent vaccine injured person when the whole vaccination started. You are the very first early batch of people who go for vaccination.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe you can just roughly go through. I know you have been repeating this time and again, and about your injuries and all that, but basically the timeline is very simple. In January, you took the jab.
Yeah, in January I took the jab, and at the vaccination center for the resting 20 minutes, I felt my dizziness, and I had weakness, and they got me to see the doctor on site. The doctor on site measured my BP. It jumped to 180. He said he needed to admit me for hypertensive emergency, and he asked if I usually have high blood pressure, but I don't have high blood pressure because I always donate blood. I had just donated 3 weeks before my vaccination, and when the ambulance came, my BP had dropped, but they just wanted to monitor and test, so I went to the emergency at SGH. After that, I was there overnight. They did all sorts of blood tests. They hydrated me with 3 bags of saline, and the following morning I was admitted in the hospital. So I never left it. I was from vaccination center 20 minutes until 34 days in hospital. Because I'm a chef, I actually had my knife in the bag for the whole time that I was.
Not that you want to kill anyone.
No, I wanted to go home and like do my sharpening. That's all. So I never expected to end up in hospital for so long.
So for this big hoo-ha, ding dong, you got all the check. You are actually perfectly healthy.
Yeah, I think just mild cholesterol, and doctor said there's fatty tissue on the liver, but he said anyone who has fat under their skin will have fatty liver. So
I also have fatty liver.
So I'm quite normal, I guess.
So, okay, today we are not going to focus about your injuries.
Yeah.
Although we know that you face a lot of injustice. I think you are not paid the injury compensation,
no,
right?
I was rejected.
I think it's absurd. It's really absurd. Well, maybe people up there are not happy that you blow it up, so that they just don't want to give you become guana. But we do not know. We don't know, right? We don't know.
No, I think I asked before.
It's
not recognized.
It's not recognized.
Not enough people coming forward with the same injuries, so it is not recognized.
But overseas, there are quite a number that suffer the similar situation like you.
Yeah, I talk to them all the time. The Australians and the USA.
Yeah. So we are not going to focus on your mishap or injustice that you face.
Yeah.
They even put a misdiagnosis on you, which you actually you get a private second opinion, and it turned out that is a misdiagnosis.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my cashew life was rejected because of the diagnosis that was given. But now that I realize that this diagnosis could be wrong, I've not spoken to my doctor about it. I just got my test results last week. So the new test results show that it is not true. So I just hope I can move on from this stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Did they give you any treatment?
No.
Effective treatment?
I was only discharged with Panadol.
They charge you with Panadol and nothing else?
No.
Okay. Just for a short introduction. I just now, when I saw her walking through the door, I was shocked. Wow, she looks perfectly normal. I've seen her previous videos how she struggled to actually walk up the slope, right? And to to make simple jump or hopping and all that, you can't hardly do it.
I couldn't even squat.
You couldn't even, yes, you couldn't even squat. But within such a short period of time, I think you only started your alternative therapies, I would say.
Yeah, I started it late December, January.
Late December, January.
Yeah.
And now, only 5 months down the road,
Mm.
you're almost like
85-90%.
wow.
Maybe
Okay.
95%.
Now, the reason why I actually asked Charlene to do this special interview with me, because I think that there are a lot of people who have suffered vaccine injuries, whether the establishment recognize it or they admit it is a vaccine injuries, but they are suffering in silence. They suffered a sudden, maybe not so chala, you cannot even move, cannot even walk properly, but to a certain different extent, they are suffering, right? Cannot breathe properly,
I
cannot.
think heart palpitations, chest pains, breathlessness, brain fog. These are stuff that recently I met a lot of them that have it.
Yes. So this special moment that we have is just to bring hope to everyone, right? Well, I'm a politician, but I'm not going to scold PAP for anything right now. I'm more interested in the aftermath, right? For all of you out there who actually knows of anyone who have suffered vaccine injuries or suspected vaccine injuries, right? There is hope. Don't despair. I think a lot of people actually went into depression. That's the most common ailment right after the aftermath, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So our message right now is don't despair. There is a way out of this, and Charlene will go through with us how she actually recovers. Correct. I think you are very fortunate. Very fortunate. I think you have a very great group of friends and relatives who are very supportive of you. And she actually have a crowd-funded certain money actually to help other people like her who have suffered vaccine injuries to actually do certain therapies. Right. We will go through it bits by bits. Now, these alternative therapies that I've gone through just now briefly with you. Wow. I was shocked with so many supplements to take. you call it diverse supplement, right? Divex. Any reasons why you want to use that word?
Because we didn't want to associate it with like a detox.
Okay.
It's not a detox. You can't detox mRNA spike proteins.
Yes.
So you can't fully remove it as well. But what we can just try to do, and what I have tried to do, is just to neutralize the side effects. Like, for example, I couldn't walk, I couldn't stand, I couldn't jump for the entire year, and then for now that I can, and my cognitive issues where I can't even connect things
points
yeah, like a 3-year-old can do. So these really help like clear up the brain issues, and also help to clear up the
blood clot.
The blood clots.
I saw the photo. Yeah. Wow. Okay, the blood clot. Okay.
Yeah, I had like blood clots. So whenever I scratch my leg, I will always see the blood drip, and then when the blood drip, immediately it will clot. And I've seen it so many times. I decided one day I should catch it on camera, and I took the tissue and I took it up, and then there was one blob of blood on my tissue. It never dissolved. It's
like a jelly form.
Yeah, it's quite gross, but yeah,
quite gross, huh?
Yeah.
So these are all the problems. I think blood clot is a major fundamental problem with vaccine injuries, right? Whether it's your brain, whether it's your lungs, whether it's your heart, that actually cause a lot of problems.
I think that's why a lot of people do the D-dimer test, where they go check for the microclotting. Because I met a doctor, he told me that all these vaccine injuries cannot be detected by all the big machines that we have been using, because the microclotting is so small that the person is the only one that is feeling it, but you are unable to scan it out unless you have done a biopsy. But biopsy of the brain and of the heart is just way too dangerous, so that cannot be done. So you cannot trace a vaccine injury even though the person is feeling it. Yeah.
Okay. Charlene, you are really an inspiration to me, although I'm not vaccine injured. And I told you that I want to do this because I feel that you can be an inspiration to many others out there who have suffered vessel injuries, whether it's in Singapore or other places around Asia, around the world, right? So you manage to actually overcome all the stigma, all the nonsense people throw at you. You know, I'm being called anti-vax, you're being called anti-vax, and all that, right? And the worst part is the psychological impact. That means they are trying to take, you're imagining injuries out of your feet.
Right? I've seen 3 psychiatrists. They usually ask me the same question. Do you hallucinate? Do you see things that you are not there? And do you imagine that you have an injury? That is why you have an injury. So you think you have an injury because you are imagining that you have an injury. Then I usually show the videos, because how can you show that a person, the leg can't move, and the doctors has been the ones that are testing it and it has no feeling.
Yeah. So for all of you out there, especially the pro-vax, when people tell you that they have injuries, don't think that they are siao. Don't think they are because of a psychological impact or stress or that. It is not. Injuries are real. It might not happen to everyone. It might only happen to certain people. Very small numbers of unlucky people, unfortunate people. But it is real, right? So we are not going to talk about responsibility and accountability of the government right now. We are talking about the aftermath. How do you actually overcome all this nonsense? And when the mainstream medical system cannot provide you a solution, a cure, a medical care treatment, right? We have approached, I think, your friend, right, to come out, and you read a lot. You do a lot of research on the internet and all that, of many people around the world who have suffered the similar things, right? And you come out with your protocol of treatment. Yeah. And you are now, later I will show you how she jump, how she walk. but that will be put on my YouTube, right, channel, to be a more complete documentary of your process. I think your process is very important for Singapore awareness, right? Now let's go through this. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, more than 13 supplements and medication or rather gels and all that, right? I cannot go through it. Maybe you should start now. All these things are actually customized, right? Do not try this on your own.
Yeah, it's not
right?
medical advice.
It's not medical advice. You are not expert, but this is her experience, right? I'm just telling you that there is a way. Since you have overcome it, there's a way, there's a hope for other people. So if you want to actually solve your problems, right, consult her, right? She will introduce to the necessary people and do the experimenting, to help you to overcome your problem.
But you have to buy everything yourself.
Yeah.
I cannot be responsible.
Yeah.
And I can only tell you what I did. You have to do your own research, and then you have to see what is your injuries, because mine is more neurological. Yours could be more heart palpitations, or it could also be either deep vein thrombosis, or it could be so many different types, rashes, eczema. There are so many ways to handle the different issues that people experience. Yeah,
although modern medical, the mainstream medical did not want to provide any solutions, right? But there are ways. There are ways of going for the supplement to help you.
And there was actually a funny incident in the hospital. So one of the doctors told me that he had heart issues after his second jab. And then after his third jab, he also had heart issues. And then I turned around and I told him, maybe you could try this item and this item, and then you can go and see if it works. Because I think they themselves don't even understand how to deal with it. Yeah, all right. And he's all right now. I never follow up.
It's for clinical trials, actually we do follow up, but we are not researchers.
I'm not.
Yeah, we are not researchers. We are not expert. People claim they are expert, but they don't really know anything more than us sometimes, right? So never mind. This is her experience. I must put a disclaimer here, right? We are not giving any medical advice, treatment advice. This is her protocol that's suited for her.
Yeah.
All right. If you need to have discussion and sharing, ask her for more detailed sharing, please feel free to contact her. You can contact her from TikTok, Telegrams. She have 2 groups, right?
Yeah.
Two groups of
the main group is the bigger
the
group,
people,
and
yeah.
the smaller groups are people who have verified their
injuries.
Yeah.
So you have a smaller self-help group, support group.
I either see them in person or we find other ways to verify.
Yeah. So there are quite a number I heard that have actually overcome their problems.
Some of the girls have gone overseas now. They are trying alternative, and it actually works very fast.
Very fast.
It's just sad that here we can't do the treatment.
Yeah, because intrusive, invasive type of treatment. So Singapore is not allowed, right? We can only 假药的，假 supplement, yeah, right? No. Okay, let's go through this. These supplements actually helps, as I understand it, to clear your blood clot. Right? They work together.
They work together.
They must come in a package.
Yeah.
Right? They must come in a package. So let us go through. The first one is actually this
it should be
quercetin.
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C. Okay. Zinc I think is quite common. Right? Let me see.
I didn't bring my vitamin C.
I saw it just now. Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Vitamin C.
Yeah, and it has to be the time release capsule. It can't be the ones that you dissolve in water. I think that's just for kids daily drinking. That's all. Maybe
we take it up. Show you. What she meant is not those normal vitamins that you put then you drink.
Yeah.
Right. You take. So it's a capsule type, right? Right.
Yeah.
So vitamin C.
I don't think they will be banning vitamin C or any of these.
That's
why I don't mind sharing it, because it's very common vitamins that people can just take even if they are not injured, or even if they just want to boost their immunity.
Because vitamin C actually boosts your immunity against the spike protein, because spike proteins, as contrast to what the mainstream expert says is non-toxic, and it is toxic because it triggers your immune system to go haywire and attack your own organs.
I was on the whole Omicron wave, and I never got COVID.
Well, good. Neither am I. Right? Okay, vitamin C to boost your immune system. Huh?
Yeah.
Yep. And then
vitamin B.
B3, right?
B12.
B12, sorry. B12.
I think more for the nerves. Vitamin B.
B12 is for the nerves. 老人痴呆 eczema, they also take vitamin 12.
Vitamin B, vitamin D.
D, D is very, very important. Anti-cancer,
zinc.
Actually. Zinc, right?
And then this is very important. This is the one that
NAC.
I learned on my own self, is to help with the neutralizing of the spike proteins, but they need to all go together.
All go together. They must work together, hand in hand.
So this fish oil was more for just to help myself with the cholesterol issues. I just think it's just a health thing. I don't think it's much help.
This is important, right? This is called NAC.
But NAC shouldn't be taken more than a month at a time, because I read that liver damage. So we should always be careful in the things that we take. Actually, all of this, I also went through and
consulted
a doctor.
Yeah, consultation with a doctor.
Yeah. So although I was taking it, I did go through, and there were 1 or 2 items that was maybe missing, and the doctor advised me, okay, maybe you can throw this in. And there was one more that I take. It starts with I, and it's a 10 it's a 10 letter.
Yeah, we cannot say it, or else we will be gonna ban POFMA, whatever it is. And then you know what it is.
But okay, anyway, I took that, and my doctor said don't take more than too long, because he doesn't want me to have neurotoxicity and liver damage. So I actually just only took it for 10 days straight, and I take it for
12 milligram.
It's 12 milligrams. I take it twice a week now. I don't really think it helps, but when I took it, I have to admit that there were quite bad side effects. But the side effects was not just me that was experiencing it. because I have a small group, so we will discuss when we start taking our supplements. It was quite bad because when I first took it alone last year, when the idea was spreading in the internet that if it could help COVID, it could help vaccine injuries. So I tried it, and I had stabbing heart pains, and it was very, very bad. So I got scared and I stopped it. But only when I started taking the entire supplements that are together, that
It balances it up.
It balances it up and it helps enhances it. So when I took that this year, I had very bad stabbing head pains in the head. It was very excruciating, but I think because also I had neurological issues. So when supplements and spike proteins or whatever that was happening in my body, they were fighting. That was the side effects of it. But the moment the side effects went away, it was quite amazing because a lot of things that I couldn't do cognitively, I just suddenly it seems
Can write already, can draw already.
and it seemed like I woke up from a very bad dream. I think that was when a lot of things, example, the entire year of suffering a vaccine injury really hit me, and I think I started crying and breaking down every day because the realization of what you went through as a person finally sets in. I think that was really the side effects of de-vaxxing everything. There's also one more thing that I take. So after I take all of this, I take this drink called Asia.
Together with this.
Together with the gel. But the gel don't really work unless I take the bottle itself.
It works together.
So last
right?
year,
It works together.
yeah, I didn't want to share about Asia because we were worried that it would cause it to stop production or being imported in. But this year, I think a lot of people have also taken it. I've known someone else who has finished 20 bottles of Asia, and
Wow, okay.
his improvement is really much better than me. I'm not here to sell anything at all.
Now we have to have a disclaimer here. We do not own any companies or outlet that sells all this. Okay, we have no vested interest. Right, this is just for plainly sharing her process of healing, self-healing. Right.
Yeah. So I guess there are other things that I also took, which is very common. Like because I read a lot of people who had COVID, they always suffer from breathlessness, and when I saw what they took to get over their breathlessness, I started taking it because I wanted to, have more energy in my life, which is the usual Chinese stuff.
Ginseng.
That we take, when we grow up, like our mothers would give us.
The ginseng and the braised chicken accent.
The cordyceps, I think.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Concept. Oh, okay.
Cordyceps.
虫草鸡精.
I don't know.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And what else?
Quercetin.
Quercetin. This is important. I've introduced this before for those who have a kind of infected COVID infection also, right?
So quercetin actually can be found in your food. You can actually eat a lot, like
onions, yang chong soup. Yeah, we call it.
And then like zinc, I think you can take more in your oyster and things like that. So
B12 is banana.
Okay. And then there are many things also that I had to do. I had to change my diet.
Oh, you change your diet?
Yeah, so I had to cut away the sugar, cut away carbs. I included in more proteins in my diet.
Okay.
Because your body needs, especially mine was more nerves and muscles, so I needed the proteins to build up. I didn't really burn it off, but I just used it more for recovery.
Okay. Good. So what is this? I have been asking about this.
Oh, this one. This one is something that I read. I didn't bring the other one, but I learned that this is red algae.
Red algae.
Yeah. So it's something that athletes take to build up their muscle and their nerves.
Those who are in alternative diet therapies and all that, you will actually know about this, right? These are all the alternative therapies. In fact, I have read somewhere that one of the immediate thing that you can do when you have injured is to go for fasting, 48 hours fasting, right? Because fasting will actually activate your own immune system to actually take care of the toxic, right? 48 hours fasting, that you can do intermittent, huh?
There are injured that do that. So they I know one. I think she has a little bit of medical knowledge. So she has tried the fasting, and she said that it helps. It helps temporary.
Yeah, temporary.
Because
Yes.
it doesn't. If you don't have all of these to help you neutralize whatever that has happened, then your whatever that you try is only last temporary.
Yes.
That's why people think why their side effects keep coming back months after. Is mostly because it is still in your system.
Correct.
It has been resolved for temporary.
You have not been purged.
Yeah, it
So
has not
that's
been
what-
purged.
Yeah.
So for that, I think that the 10 letter I think that I take there's an alternative to it, because I think it has now been stopped. I managed to get it before
They stop it, the import.
India from importing it. That was
Okay.
because I was talking to the overseas one, and they all said to get it, and I got it for myself only. The alternative to that, I think, would be this.
Black seed oil. Black seed oil is very actually quite very popular.
Actually, very common.
Very popular and common among even the Malays.
Oh yeah.
They believe in the black seed oil because black seed oil is supposed to be the magic seed that actually can cure a lot of
You
ailments.
can eat it with your salad as well, right?
Yes, correct. But I tried it. It doesn't taste very nice, but it's okay. Yeah, it's actually good.
I actually have half the group on the eye drop and half the group on this. The one that tried this said they have very minimal side effects.
Yeah, very minimal.
It is very mild, but they say it helped. Even though I'm not in their situation, so I can't.
Because this one is actually antioxidant.
Oh,
okay. Mainly very rich in antioxidant. Oxidant.
I bought it, but I never tried it.
You should try.
I was worried for the taste of it.
People use it for prevention of cancer also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you got disclaimer to this?
Disclaimer. This is what I read. Anything that is antioxidant is actually prevent of cancer, right? That is the common understanding.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So these are the things that you have taken. This is called you call it the DVAX.
Yeah, DEVAX.
DVAX supplements, right? And not only you do not only do these, right? There are at least two other.
Two others that I do, which is the oxygen therapy and the red light therapy. I also tried a Bowen therapy. Bowen is actually
Bowen therapy.
BOWEN.
Okay.
So Bowen basically is just light touches on the skin that send signals to the brain and teach the brain to
recognize it.
To repair and heal your body.
Okay.
When I did that for the very first time, I got very scared because I was lying on a table. The lady did two strokes on my legs. She left the room. 1 minute later, my legs started trembling. Really like tremors.
This is something like Qigong. I actually do that too.
I think she says something it has to do similar to that.
Yeah, because that is actually using your mind to actually transmit, to say that please send signals to that or energy to that. So it actually is using some of the mind form.
Okay.
Yeah, spiritual healing.
So when she did that, she came in and she said this is a side effect.
Yes.
And then the rest of the day I was very hot because I could feel the circulation in the body moving.
Yes. That's normal.
Oh,
that's normal. That's normal. Right?
Yeah. So the other thing I do is oxygen therapy.
Oxygen therapy.
Yeah.
No, okay. I've after you told me about oxygen therapy, so I did some research. I have to do research also.
Okay.
So oxygen therapy is normally used for injuries to divers, those scuba divers. When they come out too fast, then their lungs actually.
I'm a scuba diver.
No wonder you know about it.
Yeah.
So when you actually chong up to the surface too fast, your lungs tends to have damage with bubbles.
Okay. I can hear myself now actually. So oxygen therapy is actually in the chamber that I've actually posted on my TikTok. where you are in a pressurized chamber, and when you are in a pressurized chamber, that is when your body sends oxygen directly to your cells, and when your cells have oxygen, that is where they can help to repair themselves after you have cleared out all the blood clots and inflammations that I already suffered.
So this is especially for your lungs?
No, actually, I don't think it's for my lungs. I never had issues with my lungs. It basically, during under pressure, I'm not a doctor. I hope doctors can clarify this someday. That the oxygen just goes directly into the blood vessels. Actually, the very first time I tried it, I told the person that was hosting me about it. I said I felt small little bubbles at the bottom of my legs. But he said there's no way that you can feel the oxygen working. But the fact is, I did feel it, probably because I already had issues there, and that was working the faster, so it was absorbing whatever that it needed at that time.
I see. So the oxygen, because of the pressurized environment, your taking of oxygen is faster. Your body actually push your oxygen faster to all around your bodies, and that actually helps to clear the blood clot. Is that so? Or the spike protein?
I think mine was more or less cleared already, because I did 3 months of the vaccine already.
It only takes 3 months, huh?
Yeah, I only took about, because anyway, one bottle is about 30 pills. If you eat them every day, and also one thing I have to say is, because the pills are all like vegetarian capsules. That is why I had to increase also my protein. If I eat more vegetables, then the body turns like too acidic or something.
I see. So you have to balance out.
Yeah, you have to balance out. So you have to know what you're putting into your body.
All right.
So anyway, back to oxygen therapy. I can say session 1, I had just finished my biopsy. So I was using the walking stick.
Yeah.
And then
I saw the walking stick.
Yeah. And then 2 days later, I didn't need the walking stick anymore. It worked that fast.
2 days?
Yeah, 2 days.
2 days is all you need?
Yeah, I went to visit the other vex injured. They were asking, oh, you don't need your walking stick anymore. I said, no, I don't need it, because the oxygen helped clear out that wound. So if you do more research on it, people who have like wound issues and all that, when they do oxygen therapy, it helps clear faster. And I think today's news report, I read that the lady who was vaccine injured for many months, on
7 months
Straits Times,
the
correct. New one,
hospitalized for 7 months.
I'm not sure if you saw the affidavit that is online circulating now. She was also on oxygen therapy, but
Really?
I'm not so sure if it's the kind that you just breathe oxygen on the bed, or it's the one in the chamber. I wouldn't think she can go in the chamber though.
So oxygen therapies, there are actually 2 types, right? One is a soft chamber and a hard chamber.
Oh yeah.
Right?
So the one that I did was the soft chamber. I've requested for the hospital to allow me to use the hard chamber, but it's taking a very long time for them to get back to
you may wonder why there is a hard chamber oxygen therapy in the hospital, because it is a recognized therapy for scuba divers who have injured their lungs.
And other injuries as well.
Oh, like what?
I can't remember. I need to Google.
I have not touched on that. I only know about the diving part. Okay, so you actually, some sort of not, it doesn't sound like a mainstream therapy, but actually in the mainstream medicine, they actually use it. But it's a hard chamber. Hard chamber means that the surrounding pressure is actually double. That means instead of 10 newtons, our pressure is 10 newtons, is two times, right? The soft chamber is 1.4.
Yeah, it's 1.4.
Yeah, 1.4.
The hard one can go up to 2.0.
2.0.
Yeah, so one of the girls overseas is doing it for her heart. So the one in Singapore where I did it, the guy didn't allow, I have to sign a disclaimer. So he said like people with heart issues and heart failure cannot do. But the girls that have gone overseas, they are doing the heart chamber at 2.0 and above, which is 14 meters underwater. Last night she texted me that she wants to look for a part-time job and she doesn't mind working as a waitress. I said, are you sure? It's very strenuous as a waitress. She said, yeah, I think I should be able to recover by then, because she said the last whole week her heart issues have
been resolved.
She doesn't have the palpitations anymore. She might still feel a bit of
Great.
heart issues, but at least she can stand and walk without being so breathless so easily.
This is a miracle. It's a miracle. To me, it's a miracle. To you, it's a miracle, right?
To me, I read so many stories, so I know that it's a possibility for heart issues to get better if they find the correct treatment after a COVID vaccine injury.
Yeah. The worst thing is not to treat, not to go for any treatment. I think that's the worst part.
So she has done all her research. She has given up on all the doctors here. That's why she left for the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you after 20 sessions of your oxygen therapies.
Actually done 30 sessions. Oh, okay. I can give you the timeline.
Okay.
So after one session, I didn't need the walking stick. After the fourth session, I could squat, but I cannot come up.
Okay.
After the seventh session, I could squat and come up.
Okay.
After the 10th session, I could balance on one leg.
Oh, okay.
Then I think after the 20th session,
you start jumping.
I know I could hop. Yeah.
Okay.
But the hop had still a bit of you can't toing.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a bit of
balance.
I hop and I stop.
Stop and balance.
Yeah. Then I tried one more new therapy, which is a combination of oxygen and red light therapy. Then when I tried the red light therapy, now I can jump.
Wow. Okay. Wow. She can jump.
I can jump.
Vaccine injured earlier last year, January. She can't even walk. Right? Can't even walk. Okay? And that is done with these few months. You have improved tremendously over these few months.
I think I have also to give credit to the people who helped donated money to me. That's why I could go for all these treatments.
Because these treatments are not cheap, right?
Yeah,
the oxygen therapy is not cheap.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Right.
But I rented the H-board at home, and I did let a couple of injured come over to try. I think one guy, he basically split the cost with me because he came every day, and then I'm very happy for him because he tells me now his heart finally feels better.
Wow.
He doesn't really want to share it openly because he is not sure if this is a long-term or a short-term side effect. But he has gone back to playing soccer, so I guess it's a good thing for him. I mean, you get the small wins in life.
I mean, Singaporeans are basically very shy.
Yeah.
Right? They are very private and they don't share. But I'm very happy to convince you to share this because it brings hope. It brings inspiration to people who have suffered the same thing, and it provides them with a direction to seek alternative treatments. To me, it's white cat, black cat. Cat the rat is a good cat. That's all, right? We don't care what it is. Is it a traditional Chinese medicine or the Angmo medicine or just supplements? Right? Once it can solve your problems, make you back into a new life, like a newborn, like that, right? I mean, it's worth it.
Yeah.
We should actually. I'm not a Christian, but in the Christian terms, it spread the gospel of hope for recovery, right?
Yeah, I do. I actually do hope people want to try alternative treatments because there are people that actually I've gone to visit them. I've actually offered a lot of people like the gels to help with their injuries. They are more open to something that is externally application, but if internally you don't take care of your health and you don't eat proper things that are going to help you and you don't cut away the bad things, then it's not going to help.
It's not going to be helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, looking forward, I mean, how much is the chamber with the machines and all that cost?
I'm not sure how. Okay, according to his website now, it's 1,009 for 1 month. I rented it for 2 weeks only.
No, if I want to buy the whole.
If I want to buy the whole chamber, yeah, I was doing research yesterday. I think it's about $25,000.
$25,000.
Yeah. I wish I could, have the.
You could have the money and buy the chamber so that you can share among all other people who have injured.
Yes. Because I discussed this with people who have the chamber. I said they they can't let people with heart issues try it because firstly liability.
Liability,
Yeah,
yes.
you are paying for a treatment, but
Yes.
if anything were to happen, the person is responsible.
Yeah, because Singapore is like that. If you do good, they don't catch you, they don't claim credit. They will even say, it's just coincidence. Right? But if something went wrong, they will get a big hammer and slash on you.
Yeah.
I think it's rightfully for him to be more cautious about that.
Yeah, but
right?
It's just very disappointing because like it's already on FLCCC's recognized protocol for vaccine injured post injury.
Is that so?
Yeah,
under
it is. I forgot to
FLCC?
send you
okay.
the day after we were talking. Then the next day it was out on FLCCC.
Okay.
So hyperbaric oxygen chamber, even at 1.4, is already recognized as part of the phase 3 protocol. So like when I said that I did this and then after that I tried the ASIA to repair and restore, I was quite glad that I was in the same timeline as FLCCC because I was following all the vaccine injured that were in overseas, and they were doing it because they were working with the doctors there. And then when they have recovered and they show recovery, that is why it went into FLCCC's protocol.
No, for those uninitiated, FLCC is a very first organization that actually went to say that the vaccine is actually unsafe, and they have recommended protocols for treatments for COVID infection, and the eye thing was actually recommended by them also, right? FLCC is fighting a very prolonged battle.
Actually, there's someone that asked, can clarify on the eye drug about side effects and how it helps. I can how do you want me to clarify on the side effects?
Maybe he wanted you to restate again, when you take the eye drug, what are the side effects?
The side effects was just stabbing heart pains in July and stabbing head pains in December to January. Then for another friend that tried it, he told me his was autoimmune, hair loss, and leg numbness on one side. So when he took it, he had stabbing leg pain.
Okay.
Yeah, and but after he took everything, his hair grew back and
everything means this.
His is a similar, but he got extra supplements. No, he had extra drug given by a doctor, which was steroids for the hair loss.
Okay.
Yeah, his hair loss was literally balding at the at the center, and then it grew out.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's quite cool to learn.
Okay, we are back. All right.
So I never show you before, but I can show you now.
Okay.
Like you see his balding and you see his hair grew back.
All right. Oh, okay. But that's on steroid.
Steroid plus the eye drug.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. All right. So we actually have a very good sharing. Okay. Moving forward, I think you are one of the very brave ones. Very brave ones that really go all out to question about your own injuries as well as accountability and all that. Now, moving forward, do you see yourself as someone who actually can move forward to build a self-help group? If you need to do a crowdfunding to buy that 25,000 machine, right?
Yeah.
We'll do a crowdfunding.
But the thing is, I need people who understand how to use the machine to help us advise on like the
any doctors willing to do that?
The ATA of the thing. We only know one guy. He doesn't seem very interested in helping vaccine injured, just making money out of his sport. So I'm not very sure.
Okay.
But if there are people who know about all this and don't mind helping the vaccine injured, we definitely welcome them to come and help us.
You mean to do the setup and all that?
I know how to set up.
You know how to start.
I know how to
So
set up.
what's the technicality that you are facing? Problems?
What if the compressor breaks down? What do we do?
The maintenance.
Yeah, the maintenance of things.
That one got money will have no problem. All right. Then we'll cross the bridge when we come to the river. so maybe I
But
think.
then again, if you have it, I'm very sure the government will shut it down.
Well, we will challenge it. Basically, we are not for profit.
Yeah, we are not for profit.
Right? We are not definitely not for profit. They try to deny all this. Actually, it's quite antagonizing. It's actually I took umbrage on that. People are injured and you are telling people, oh, 不关我事, nothing to do with me, nothing to do with my person. And now you want to interfere with other people's effort to
get better in life.
Yes, to get treatment. Imagine 1.5 years ago, almost 1.5 years ago, you were lying down there, you are young,
yeah,
and you say, oh my God, I cannot walk.
Yeah.
You have this anxiety that will I be paralyzed for the whole life, right?
No, but I had brain fog.
Brain fog. I can't even think.
So I couldn't think.
Yeah. But
I was a bit depressed because
yes.
I just had to accept that life has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went back to work on light duty, everyone told me to quit my job so that I can do office job. But if my brain cannot even learn new things at that point, how am I going to quit my job and learn something else?
Mm-hmm.
I actually had to go back to work and learn how to hold a knife again to cut.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine a life might have been destroyed if you are not in such a fortunate. You are blessed in that sense. Blessed, because not because of the injury, but blessed in you have a lot of people who come forward to help you.
Yeah.
Right. To lend their learning years, or even help you to crowdfund, find solutions, advice on the supplements, right, and get you on to the recovery path. I also face certain problems with a friend who have strokes and all that. He's not getting enough attention or treatment.
Can I meet him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. Stay around your place anyway.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So he's still struggling to get recovered. Right. We are giving whatever we know. That's why just now you can see that when I look at this, I was thinking whether this can actually use for stroke patient, or, in that sense. But of course, things might be very different. But we will take it a step. But I always have this vision that if the mainstream establishment is not going to provide enough treatments for people with stroke, people with vessel injuries and all that, maybe we should start something that non-profit in nature. It's not free, but it's non-profit in the sense that we have down cost like 25,000 to buy a machine like that, no?
I don't know how to do non-profit, but if somebody needs me to start and do, I don't mind doing it.
Yeah. Then we can go on this, on consultation, get the right people to do a consultation, even the doctors, who are willing to do it. There will be some good doctors willing to do it, but of course we will not mention their names.
You need to catch them before they leave the country.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I actually had, I tried to go for second opinion. They said the doctor left the country. Yeah. So good doctors are leaving already.
Good doctors. Oh.
Yeah, I had one good doctor on my case and he left already.
That's a shame.
Yeah, he was very good.
Yeah. But with new technology, it's okay. Just connect him to Zoom also can. It's okay. All right. So I think a lot of people will get injured because more people are getting the third booster. Even the fourth booster is coming up.
No, the funny thing is, now that people have gotten the exemption, they fought so hard. They waited for their trace together to expire. They finally got their exemption. It's like they were allergic to peanuts, and then now they have the exemption to not take peanuts anymore, and suddenly they come in with a new brand of peanuts and they tell you, if you don't take these peanuts, we are going to remove your exemption, and we're going to tell you that you need to try to take another one. So if you have already taken peanut A, peanut B, peanut C, and then you have an allergic reaction to all three, then we give you an exemption. But I've already taken all three. I don't need exemption. My three together is a tick. Unless you are telling me there's coming another dose 7, dose 8, dose 9, then...
well, they always say follow the science, right? But what is the science? This is a NRA or RNA virus. RNA virus mutates faster than you can catch up. There will not be any vaccines that can be effective for long. Simple as that.
You're challenging them, when you say there's no more vaccine.
Because this is science. This is science, right? Anyone who actually knows about virus, study virus, who have medical knowledge, actually knows that. Okay? That is why for flu virus, we have to take every year.
That's true, actually. When I was injured last year, I asked the doctors if I needed a dose 2. They said don't need. Then later on, the science changed and they said I needed a dose 2. And then he said, if you don't take the vaccine, you might have a chance to mutate the virus because you are not fully vaccinated. And then you will spread to other people. And that caused me a lot of stress and fear because I didn't want to be the one that mutated a virus. But in the end, I never caught it. So it wasn't me.
Yeah. Well, I'm unvaxxed, right? I have not been infected officially. So what? Right. It doesn't mean that when you're vaxxed, the virus will not mutate in your body. It doesn't mean that, right? Because different people have different constitution of the body's immunity. So you cannot straight out say, oh, once you're vaxxed, you will not let the virus to mutate. That's not true.
Yeah, but I think the science will always change. We cannot go into this because I think it will be a 6 hour long
6 hours long discussion, debates and all that.
And then you have all your postmark coming up.
I hope not. Okay. Well, I thank Charlene for this. I hope that we can work out something. We are in for it, then we go. The one thing I hate is to do crowdfunding, Charlene. Even as a politician. I really hate it. Because to take money from other people is a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
So
I know. I everything have to document in case, and then I have so many stress, and I still have to document like what my money has gone to and where the money is coming from.
Yeah. You are a very responsible person, right? So, but if we needed, we have to do it. We have to do it, right? Because I believe there will be quite a number of people who needs our help in resolving all these aftermath problems, especially when they are forcing people to take the boosters. Like what you say is Novavax come in, they will say, oh, you cannot take mRNA, then you have to take Novavax. I mean, come on, Novavax also don't have long-term data to prove that it's safe.
And to mix it with all three?
Yeah. Nobody knows what will happen.
I have one guy, he took one mRNA, then he had very bad side effects, anaphylaxia, it was recognized. I won't talk about the other things, And then he went to take Sinovac, and then his blood test went all haywire. The doctor scolded him why he went to take, but he took it for his job. Because his job really pays very well. And then after that, he had side effects from Sinovac, and then he continued to take the second one so that he can continue working. But it was very, very sad, and my heart was always very worried for him each time he went for it. And then he's still alive, but he's really suffering the vaccine side effects. He was very pro-vaccine as well, but now he is really totally disappointed at everything that has happened.
Did you help him with
Yeah, he's on his own. He knows what to do. Yeah. Actually, he's the one that got me on the ginseng and cordyceps because we talk about it all the time.
All right. 哇，这个是 in Chinese 拿命来拼 that means use your life to gamble.
But his job really pays very well, and he really needs the job. So
I see.
Yeah, it's quite sad that
it's quite
it has
sad.
come to this. Yeah.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I think if this japping and continued japping is going to carry on, there will be continuous demand on vaccine injuries protocol treatment protocol. Yeah, then we might have to find the right people to do proper consultation on even on the supplements. Right, different people have different body constitution. Right, maybe you have to do blood tests. Well, we have to do blood tests before you take any supplements, right? Right. So I hope this is at the back of my mind. If you really want to do it, then we'll do it together. We'll do a crowdfunding. I happen to know a lot of people with a lot of money, but I'm a very, very poor politician because I never asked any money from them, right? Because I refrain to, unless it's really necessary for the
I still
public
have
group.
balance from the crowdfunding.
Okay.
But then it's not enough to buy one new one.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can see how later. I mean, if also there's people that want to try alternative methods. Sometimes you buy and then nobody want to come, and then you waste your time.
Sure.
I've wasted my time visiting a few people who are injured and they don't intend to get better. So sometimes we have the heart.
I mean, you are the live example of the worst. I would say one of the worst injuries that I've seen. Which at that point of time I thought, wow, this girl, she's going to lose her whole life if she doesn't recover.
Yeah.
Right. That was at the back of my mind. I said, wow, what? And the government actually don't want to recognize it.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's something make me very angry at that point of time. Right. But luckily, you're very blessed, right? Very blessed to find the right direction with the correct help. Right. Yeah. I hope we should spread this blessing to all other people who need it. And we must tell them that, look, that's why I want to do this documentary. Before and after. This is what you were before, and this is what you are after proper treatment have been put up. And there is hope. I think most of the people give up because they say, "Ayah, too late, I don't have money." Right?
认命.
Yeah, 认命. Yeah. So I hope all of you out there, you may help us to actually spread the good news. Okay? We are not selling anything. Definitely we are not selling it. We are not profiting a single cent out of this. We just want to tell people that don't go into desperation and depression because you are vaccine injured. Right? You got the will, you got the way out of it. You just have to pick yourself up and try.
Because what's the worst that could happen? You're already given a death sentence. The only way you can get better is to get better. You cannot get any worse. If you get any worse, at most, touch wood, you die. But I thought about it. If why I tried the drug is because I've reached the end. If I take the drug and the government say it's bad and I die, okay, that my life ends. But if I took it and it got better, then I have a chance at living again. So this is the choice that you have to take now after your injury.
Yeah, I like your optimism. Huh? Yeah, people are already gamble their life with the vaccine. Well, the second gamble is just to get the recovery. You just do it. Right? All right. Thank you so much, Charlene. Right? Hope we can see you again. Right? I enjoy talking to you in my little life. Actually, before I do this, I actually have one little poll done on my chat group. Hey, do you want me to do live chat again? Then I voted myself. No, you will get POFMA again. but I think more than 80% wanted me to start again, whether it's once a week or twice a week. Right? Maybe the focus is not so much about anti-vaccine anymore. I'm not anti-vaccine. I don't think you are anti-vaccine.
I would say I am now.
Hey, you are now.
Yeah, I don't mind the dirty word of it.
Right.
I don't think it's anything bad. You have been through trauma. If you have been through trauma, for example, somebody has been raped, they might be scared of sex after that, because the trauma is there. I have been jabbed. do I want to get myself jabbed again and go through all that, entire year of depression and crying again? No, I don't want to do that because that's not the way life should be. So I can't say that I'm anti-vax. I mean, if you can prove to me that this COVID vaccine has stopped the spread and has minimized side effects, then yes, okay, maybe I can believe in it. But now it has been proven otherwise that people who have been triple dose have all gotten COVID, right? Even my grandmother is 90 years old. Her entire daycare is vaccinated, boosted. My grandmother never got COVID. They all have gotten COVID. She's on vitamin C, vitamin D, and
caustic.
No, and turmeric.
Turmeric. Okay.
Yeah, she has been doing this for the last 3 years already, before COVID. So her immunity is just strong. Our family decided if she has to go, she's already lived a long age of 90 years old. So,
But she's still going strong.
Yeah, she's still going strong.
Good. So thank you so much. I think we will end today. Sorry, hope that my video didn't get chopped off because we have these conspiracy theories that they will stop us halfway when we talk about the I. The I word is very sensitive to them. All right. So thank you so much. Right.
Okay.
Right. See you again. I hope I can do at least once a week again. About other current events.
Yeah, then you can see if other injured want to come on live with you or not.
Yes, please. And to share their recovery, because sharing recovery is very important, right? It's more important than sharing the injury part. Because injury part, people will get frustrated, sad, and depressed. But sharing the recovery part, I think it will bring you hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Optimism. Right? Thank you so much. Right? See you next time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.